Hey, what's up? Yes, sorry for the delay. Um, I was sitting here communicating with people, and this is a very interesting video. I decided to do a StreamYard in case people wanted to come in and talk. Now, wasting your time with the wrong person. It's a very interesting situation altogether. Um, Plenty of times people end up dating the wrong person or trying to build into a long-term relationship. Some people are not. Now me, a lot of times that was not my goal. My goal wasn't I'm trying to go down this road for marriage. Like some of the women I've dated, and this is where we're going to clarify a lot of things. Like a lot of people like, man, your relationships don't work. A lot of the women I dated did not want a relationship. We had a what you would call situation. She didn't want any kids. She's on her career. She's a senior operative director of business. She doesn't have time. I am trying to do what I'm doing in business. So I don't have kids, I don't have a dog, I don't have a plant because I have to be gone a lot. I move around. So I don't have the time or the luxury to sit around and do the things that other people would want me to do. So it's very difficult to maintain a relationship, right? So what people have is a situation of people that understand. So in business, you don't have those people. Why you weren't here yesterday, or why you didn't call me? You don't have those problems because you don't have time to explain to people that don't understand the lifestyle what it is that you do. But this is a norm of people who do business and conduct business with each other. No, it's a lot of people that don't seem to understand or get what it is that's out and about. When you start seeing people out and about doing things, in the world, other people hate on it. Other people say this is what we need to be doing when we're out on the road. But it's a scenario that you constantly come across when dealing with people that don't have your energy or don't match. Right. Yes, I've dated a strategic analyst for a boxing company. She's actually was the strategic analyst of the entire corporation. So my algorithms brought me in here. Well, that's good. I'm glad to see you. We'll allow people to come up if they want. Yes, she was definitely very large and hands-on with the company. So dating her was cool because she had an assignment here. I don't know if you saw the movie Up in the Air, but that was me. I was George Clooney character. So when boxing world was going on, I had to travel and go here and there. I would meet up with said woman. We'd have a thing where we would date, meet up, do what we had to do, kick it. We at the bar, we have dinner, and it's a good time. We talk to each other on the phone. It was that was the extent of our relationship. I had never been in her house. She had never been in my house. We've only met in hotels and restaurants. That was the extent of the dating because we were both busy. We were both working. She had to do what she had to do. I had to do what I had to do. Then you end up with a wrong person. You end up with a girl who's got 3 children. She's bipolar. She's been diagnosed as having a mental condition where she is mentally messed up. You don't know all this. You just see the beauty. So you don't know anything. Now, when the red flags start to come up, when you start to see that the husband has gotten custody of the children, that's a problem. When a mother is not capable to take care of her own child, yeah. Well, some people are like time thieves. They just want your time and they want to consume you. They want your time all the time. The focus is them. All the time is them, 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 them. They're not even concerned with you. You're not in their equation. It's all about what you can do for them. These are called time thieves. And I've said it constantly to people, they just don't listen. And I keep trying to give people advice to say, hey, I'm not going to give you the steps because everybody who follows steps, if one person do something, you have to understand something. What kind of everybody's different. So the person you might want ain't gonna be the same thing. So that step wouldn't relate to you if you're not that kind of person. So if you're not the type of person that would want to be, he said a commercial came on. I'm sorry about that. But if you're not the type of person that would want to be in that kind of situation, then you wouldn't be in that situation. Oh, it's always a very difficult situation because here's the news. He said, I have custody of, he said, it's not always the case. I have custody of my kids because she missed court. Then she waited until 7 months later to appeal, but she was denied during the process. The wrong woman. Everything you said just happens to be the. There shouldn't even have been the case. This woman was nuts. Okay, we talking about the vacuum cleaner inside the television stuff, and she lied and said it was her husband. She was married for 3 months. She got a divorce and got married again for 3 months, and it broke up before she started messing with me. I didn't even know all of this was going on. It was crazy. It was completely crazy. But she was a time thief. So you have to be careful about those people that are after your time. They come in and they just try to suck away your time. That's all they want to do. It's always about them. It's never about you. That's how you know that there's no give and take. in the equation. It's always on their terms of what they want to do, what they want to watch, what they want to eat. It's always on their terms. They never try to do anything on your terms. They never ask. I would ask all the time, like, what is it that you want to do? Let's talk. Let's communicate. Let's see where you are as a person. I want to know where you are mentally. I'm like, physical beauty is great, is believe me, everybody wants a beautiful person, but there's got to be something there. If there's nothing there in the person and they're just bland, that beauty is all they got and they're shallow. A lot of those women are broken. I've seen them. I've dated some of them. Believe me. Right. She wouldn't have missed court for her kids. Like, she's a good mother, though. I am not saying she's not a good mother. I'm not saying this woman wasn't a good mother. But when I come in the situation and I see that and she has mental problems, she ended up me trying to force it. I was wasting my time with the wrong person. I'm trying to save her. The broken wing syndrome. Tried to help the bird wing get back together so it could fly. And I'm like, it's like a project. I'm like, I could save her. Worst mistake ever. Don't do it. To each his own. But yeah, that's what I said. It all depends. Thurman pulled out of the fight. That's what I eat. That's what I eat. I expected it. Probably got injured in camp. Now, here's the thing, that you're dating the wrong person. These are the things that happen in the majority of relationships. So I want you to know that this is what happened. Lack of family interest. Now, if you're dating someone and you're thinking marriage long term to be together for the rest of your life, now, if this is your goal in dating, you're going to have to date somebody who has family interests. If they don't have family interests, you are going to be dating the wrong person. Don't date somebody who tells you and illustrates he's not about family. If you dating somebody, if you're dating somebody that's not about family interests, don't do it. Oh man. So if they don't have family interests, don't do it. Right. So you want to date the right woman, this is one of the things you do. Now, here's another thing that happened in the majority. Now, some of it, like I said, it depends on what you're interested in. This is if you're looking for somebody to be your life partner. Okay. This is one thing you guys have to get on board with early in the relationship: spiritual clashing, meaning religion. Okay. She's been raised to think she's Irish Catholic. You grew up Baptist, and y'all say, well, we both like Jesus. This is the same thing. Y'all find out y'all having too many clashes on what y'all celebrate and what you don't celebrate. This is a growing problem. This is something that could ruin a relationship. Do not proceed down this road, because you got to understand, people grew up culturally under the influence of this, and this person grew up under the influence of this, so it's hard for them to abandon each side, having to abandon to go into something else, or just make way for each other's own religion. You guys have to be on board spiritually. That is a necessity. Okay? So make sure you understand that. He said, that's so true. I'm basically not the embryonic religious circle. It causes problems. Exactly. It causes problems. She said, my ex said if she was a chick, never was raised with a man in the house, run. That is true. In some cases, women grew up and was raised without a man in the household, a male in the household. It constantly kind of makes it a little like different. It's hard for them. Like some of them had their brother or they had an uncle, they had a grandfather around that was the man of the house. That said, I'm gonna show you how to be a man of the house. So it's a little different. But in this case, in this instance, what you're starting to see is that there's a lot of factors that are off in these situations. Because just like you just said about the religion, what about dating women preachers? Mostly women preachers are already married. First off, there's a whole conflict period about women being in the pulpit. Because the Bible said you ain't supposed to be in the pulpit if you're a woman. So I'm just saying, this is the way it was there. Now it's like, modern time, they do what they want to do. But a single woman doing this, hadn't seen it. Have not seen it. No, 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 no. Yeah, well, that's the thing. And here's the thing that you guys should share also is your hobbies, the things that connect you. If she does something and you're not really into her hobby or things that she does on the side, like video games, yours might be video gaming and all this stuff, and she's not interested in anything that you do, and you're not really interested in any of the stuff she do, and you just like, okay, let her, she doing her hobby and then you're doing your hobby. These are kind of the bad signs that's going to grow into the problems and division. Now, it's cool to have your separate hobby and stuff that she knows about and all this. That's cool. Like, she might not like the video game you play. But when y'all have so many different hobbies that don't include each other, this is going to lead to problems down the road. So I'm going to tell you right now. He said, you find it interesting that women are so enthusiastic about the Bible based religions, but they aren't allowed to preach. I mean, if they going by the book, most of them don't go by the books anyway. You got gays in church screaming Jesus. So, hey, to each his own, right? It's like, do you read this? Did you read this book? Oh, man. Right. I mean, hey, it's just if you're going by the book, I'm just saying, if you're going by the book. Well, see, most women more than men feel that they can change you. And this is another part that you're dating the wrong one. You don't want to change a person, you want to help enhance them. See, that's different. Now, I want to try to help you become better because that helps me. If I'm dating somebody or somebody, I want to help them. I'm like, look, I want to genuinely help you, like friends or whatever. If I could help them become better, enhance them, or teach them how to network, or teach them how to do some connecting, let's do it. I'm all like, let's go. But if I can't give you the drive, you gotta have it in you. If you don't have the drive in you, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. It's just not. I can't give you the drive. I can't give you the energy. I can't give you the want. That's something that's gonna have to come through you. That can't come through me. I can just give you the knowledge, but I'm not gonna try to change anybody. That's not my goal, to come and change you. Women like to change men. They look at it like a project. They'll say, he got this going on, but yeah, he got this thing. I could change that. I could change that. Women does stuff like that. So they'll look at it like I can change him and mold him to what I want. That can create a problem down the line when this man gets tired of what he's changed into. Some of them, they just want the woman so bad, they just consume and they just go all in. But some changes, maybe it work out for the better. And try to, like, some of them, some men need that. Like, they treat their woman like they mama, and the woman got to take care of them. And, they can't do anything for self. Like me, I could cook if I want to. But I don't really have to cook. So I don't really cook. But if I wanted to, I can go there and prepare my own meal. I just don't really have the time to be sitting around cooking a meal when I could be making money. I aspire. So it isn't like a laziness. Like right now, I'm washing all these clothes. It take about 24 hours for me to wash all these clothes. But I know once I wash all these clothes, I'm straight. No, I do not enjoy cooking whatsoever. I enjoy the eating part. Right. So, right, I'm not gonna get a woman just to, oh no, no, no. Um, there are essential people that come in your life to do things to help you, and there's other people that just do things just because they feel like it. Now, if we look at the whole picture and the whole scope of everything that's going on, you start saying different stuff, you start thinking differently, you start moving differently. And when they try to change you or move you in a direction, and this is basically both sides. This isn't saying just one side, female and all that. I just know it mostly from the female perspective, but it happens on both sides. If you're a woman, this happens. Men have tried to change women before, and this step is known by many, is when they date you for sex. And they seem to always want sex, but don't really want anything else from you. Now, women can relate to this probably a lot more than men, but men just wanting to get sex out of the woman, or they just with you and they just want sex. And sex is the basis of the relationship. You are with the wrong person unless that was your goal anyway. If both of y'all made an agreement that this is what we are in it for, then you are with the right person. But if this is something, again, we're talking about, if you're trying to find a life partner, this is not your goal. You do not want to be with somebody who wants you just for sex. Now, what are some signs that you've seen that? You said, do a woman feel like you're controlling them? A woman said that before, like, you're trying to change me. And I said, nah, I'm not trying to change you at all. I'm trying to elevate you. And with this time, the song Upgrade was out by Beyonce. I'm trying to upgrade you, upgrade you. I'm like, I'm not trying to change you because I'm like, I don't want you to change. I just want to help you enhance, become a better you, to grow. Don't you want to be better? I'm already better. I said, okay. Yeah, I don't think we gonna make it. Have you ever attempted to change a woman's perspective on life? No. Never change somebody's perspective of life because everybody's perspective of life is different. All you could do is give them some information that they might not have thought about from your perception of life. That's called sharing. That's sharing. You don't change someone's perspective of life. I dated a woman who we went out on a date and she was starting to open up and talk about life. And she said, I don't know. Have you ever questioned, like, if there's God, why does he allow death? And, like, you know, I mean, there's no real proof that God is here. I think kind of men use this as a way of controlling us by making this thing that we fear to keep us all in line. This could be a way of keeping us in line, just saying that there is a God and all of this. And I'm like, she's like, so what do you think? And she's like, because there's no way you could prove God is real. Like, could you prove God is real? I'm like, of course. I'm like, you exist, right? I'm like, I'm here. That's proof there's a God. Who would make such a perfect specimen of a human being? I'm the direct extension of him. I actually said that too, but it was tongue in cheek. It was laughing. But this is what I told her. I explained to her, I said, you breathe air, right? I'm like, let's just use basic science. You breathe air, right? Oxygen is what you breathe in. H2O, water, hydrogen, is what your body needs to drink, or it will deteriorate and die. You have to eat. Put food in your body, or you will die. You breathe out carbon dioxide. You breathe in oxygen, you breathe out carbon dioxide. What here gives you oxygen? The atmosphere, the trees, they give off oxygen. We breathe out carbon dioxide. The trees need carbon dioxide. It's too many coincidences. How do you think you're able to walk around on this planet? You can go into any gravitational thing at NASA, whatever, where they take the gravity off and they can lower it and up the gravity. When they turn it just a little bit off, It's like a weight on your shoulders. You can't sit up. So they could turn the gravity all the way down and put like 400, 500 pounds on your back. If they turn it up just slightly, you float when you walk. The gravity on this planet is precisely at a degree that you can walk and move. It is precise. So it's too many. And I was like, that's just a few examples. There's too many to prove. Everything is a balance, normally of two. There's no up without a down. There's no top without a bottom. There's no God without, no good without evil. There's no God without the devil. And it was like, well, why did he create the devil? Now do you really know that God exists? If there's a devil, if there's a hell, there's definitely a heaven. So nobody said that he can defeat God because God created him. Now you respect it more, right? And they was like, well, why he create death? I'm like, would you respect life if there was no death? If you couldn't die, you would just do anything in the hell you wanted. You wouldn't respect life. Why? You can't die. So now that you know the seriousness and preciousness of life by seeing people who die, you know how valuable it is for you to live and how it's a precious thing because at any time you could go. So it makes you respect life a little bit more and you hold on preciously to it. So oh yeah, I've tried to I've tried to go through a lot of those different things that you're talking about. People fear the unknown when they die. Everyone fears what they don't know. If you step in a dark room, you don't know what's in there, you're going to have reservations about stepping in this dark room. You don't know. So everybody fears the unknown. They don't understand some could happen, some could not. Yes, women love my conversation and my smile. That's always been my thing. For some reason, I don't know. I've never had a problem really with getting women at all. No, Lady L, I never was married. I dropped a link in there. Oh, that might not be. Was that the StreamYard link? I think it is. Yeah, if y'all want to come up here and talk. But no, Lady L, I was never married. I'm not. If I get married, believe me, it's gonna be a lot of lawyers present at that thing. And I'm looking at City Hall. Now, here's another thing. Now, mostly this is with men than it is women. If somebody is constantly threatening you, like, girl, you keep playing with me, girl, I'm gonna choke you, I'm gonna knock you out, I'm gonna do this. If they keep threatening you, that's not a sign that they love you so much. That's not. Women gotta stop doing that too. Women make those excuses more than the men. If somebody's threatening you consistently over and over again, you're dating the wrong person. They got issues that they have not checked from childhood or whatever, and they're going to drag that right into your life. And don't keep making excuses for them. I think there's monsters under my bed. That's why. under the covers, even in the summertime. How old are you? Hey, why do women fall in love faster than men? That's not necessarily true. Men just don't want to say they're in love. Some men fall in love immediately and be whipped. And especially nowadays, women they almost emotionalists. It's business for most of these women. But normally, early on, women go through a lot of different emotions and changes with their body when they go into womanhood. So they're more emotional. Plus, like I said before, women are giving themselves to you. They're trusting you with their body. So a woman is giving herself to you. So that means something more to a woman than it does a man. Man just want to get something off. They just want to get started. Like, I gotta get in the game. A woman, it's a little bit more, important for them. They're gonna remember this. This is their first and all this. They're giving themselves. So they want to make sure they're giving themselves to somebody that they care about, they love, or they think they love. That first betrayal to the woman, that's some psychological damage for them that they got to dig themselves out of, and you got to be the sacrificial lamb to have to deal with these issues that these other women have. Well, here's the thing. All people have addictions. Anybody who say they don't have an addiction, they're lying. Everybody has an addiction. You just don't know what you're addicted to. Okay, some people are addicted to grapes. Some people are addicted to eating chocolate. Some people are addicted to watching sports. Some people are addicted to doing this. The thing is, you have to know how to channel your addictions well. Like, that is your problem. Like, people say he's got a drug problem. No, he has an addiction to drugs. That is his problem. So when you go to rehab, these places, they don't get you off drugs. They don't do that. They switch your addictions. They get you addicted into something else, like the Bible. They have you focused on steps and have you surrounded by new friends that don't do the things. Because normally you're surrounded by people who are consumed with themselves and consumed with doing the things that was negative that you were with. Most people, they go out drinking and doing drugs, they hanging out with people that drink and do drugs. So these negative addictions that pull you down, those are the things you want to avoid. These are the negative addictions: drugs, sex addiction, gambling addiction. Somebody say, hey, you got a gambling addiction. No, I like gambling. I win most of the time. So, I'm living proof I'm a winner at gambling. But yes, sometimes I lose, but I can walk away. I'm not a person with a gambling problem, is not going to pay their rent because they can't leave the table. The rent money's on the table. The mortgage, the car note is on the table. They got the the kids' pension on the table. They got daughter's college money. Daughter's college money is on the line. It all depends. I think the men should take time to get to know the woman too. Sometimes the women do, and sometimes they don't. It depends on what woman are you dating. Some women know, they rush you straight to the bed immediately, and that's a no for me. That turned me right off. Woman said, "I can't wait to jump your bones." I'm like, I should be happy, but no. We've been here 3 minutes, and that's it. and you already saying this, there's something. So this makes me think you say this very frequently to other people as well. Other men. I ain't the only one you didn't said this to. Probably today. So, see, I think men ain't supposed to fall in love. We can love, but falling in love means a loss of control, and we supposed to be a rock. Do you think somebody is not a rock that loves somebody? What you thinking of love is probably entirely different. Do you know when your father come home and feed y'all ungrateful people who running up the light bill and doing everything else and he ain't throwing y'all out? That's because he love y'all. He working 14 hours a day, coming there kicking the shoes off. There's love there. He probably want to choke half of y'all. Don't mean he ain't tough. Just because a man love a woman don't mean he ain't tough. Them the real tough men there. They love their family. They love what they got. They protect us. How do you know when to leave someone? All of the things that we talking about right now is the reason to get out. Everything we done talked about for the last 40 minutes is the reasons you should be gone. Everything we have said has been on point. Now, this is for people who are looking for life partners. Okay? When you can't be yourself around them, that's another sign. When it's not, you feel like I can't be me in this relationship, you with the wrong person. You can't be yourself and you feel like you can't be yourself, then you're with the wrong person. Because you're always gonna be in a bottle, right? And then you're gonna end up cheating on that person. As soon as you get around another woman, you feel, or another person, if it's a man and all that, it's gonna be another person, and you feel like this person lets me be me. You're gonna cheat. You are going to cheat. So you might as well know right now you're with the wrong person if you feel like you can't be you. And you keep submerging you down, you're only gonna blow or have a heart attack. You're gonna pass out. What's another step? Or not a step, but another thing that happens when you're dating the wrong person and you know. Clinginess, over possessive. I've seen this from men a lot, not really from women, mostly men. Over possessive. And you know what you do? You're pushing that person you love right in the arms of somebody else. Because they ain't going to be able to take that forever. Some women like it. Like, my baby care about me, and they do stupid, goofy stuff, like put themselves in danger. They go flirt with men at a bar just to see they guy go crazy. Like, girl, he just goes so crazy over me. And it was like, why would you go over there and even, I was just having a conversation with him. Now you didn't got your guy that you love beat up. Now that other guy pulls out a knife and stabs him up. Now what? Stop. The over possessive man is going to lead to a lot himself in jail or worse. Those are the dangerous men. You don't really want too many of those. Caring about you is one thing. Over possessive is another. Oh, that's where you wrong. A lot of women, they don't like LeBron. They think he act like a woman too much. And they was like, good. I don't like him either. He cry all the time. That's my girl. Then I date most women that they don't even watch basketball. Like some of them, they be like, I don't really watch basketball. I don't know what's happening. And I was like, wow, okay, that too. Well, here's the thing. Like, I'm a very fun guy, but when it's time to be serious, like we got to handle business. There's things that we need to come to an understanding on, or moving that type of way. There needs to be some form of communication. There needs to be some form of, um, you know, seriousness. And a lack of that will drive somebody off the edge. I mean, they would go crazy if there was a lack of seriousness in the relationship. Straight up. If there was a lack of seriousness in the relationship, they would not even go that route. Mm-mm-mm. Oh no. Oh man. He said clingy and patrol equals X'd out. He said clingy and patrolling is a thin line. He said my ex used to call him Baby Brian. Yes, women like football more because men are wearing tights. Trust me, it is awful watching a football game with women. It is, it would drive you nuts. Girl, look at him. Girl, look at his butt in the, ooh, girl, look. I'll be like, go that way. Go in the other room, please. Y'all go watch it over there. Turn the other TV on. Y'all go in there. We trying to watch the game. We ain't nobody's here looking at their uniforms look cute and that and the helmets and what somebody's butt look like in tights. Not no men. No, sorry. We don't want to hear that. Go there. We don't like to hear that stuff. So it's like go there. Okay, Mac Mizzle, you about 3 videos behind. Yeah, we did the male friends video. We sad you missed that one. Now, what is another sign you're dating the wrong person? When you feel like you're being used or manipulated. If you feel like you're being used by the person that you're with or manipulated by them, you're with the wrong person. Stop trying to fight because you feel like I'm at the point of no return. This is what happens with everybody in the relationships. These type of relationships, and they're looking for a life partner. They feel like I've invested too much into this. I can't start all the way over. So they try to make this work because it's what they used to. This is what they know. I'm like, this person knows about my underwear, where it goes. This is just where it is right now. Okay? So if you feel manipulated and used by the person you with, then you never, ever, ever, you're with the wrong person. Okay? All that follow your heart, follow your brain. Your brain should know a lot more than your heart. Follow your brain. Everything I told you. And I'm quite sure everybody in this chat who's hurting so far have heard everything I said about these signs and said, damn, you are on point because these are damn sure the signs. Now, here's one thing that happens, but this normally happens in a dating in a relationship. It's the excitement level. Like when you first start dating them, it's real exciting. Then as you keep dating them, that excitement dulls down. Some people say that, well, you're dating the wrong person. It all depends on your expectations because it shouldn't be one person got to burn out all their energy spending time with you. And then all of a sudden, it's all dwindling down. It's all dwindling down. And it's like, why? He said some dude in Brooklyn recently stabbed 2 women because he got rejected by one of them. Damn. Brooklyn, man. If you dating somebody from Brooklyn, you dating the wrong person. I'm just clowning. Yeah, that's just somebody with problems. Um, that's probably why he was rejected because he is the wrong person. And you see, he stabbed him. So right away, that shows you they were right to reject him. Because it probably been worse if they said yes. Yeah, Brooklyn's story is sad. He was like, weren't they twins? Oh, he probably stabbed the wrong one, and she probably like, "Damn, that was my sister." He was, I don't know, y'all both looking like stab, stab. Then he took off somewhere, but hopefully they catch him and lock him up and get him off the streets. That's because you should know who you're dating after 5 minutes. That is not true. You will never know who you're dating in 5 minutes. They could just be bad and give up a lot of signs that are red flags, but you do not know who you dating in 5 minutes. You won't probably know who you dating in 5 months. Shoot, trust me. I've seen people who changed as soon as they said I do. As soon as they said I do, here come the changes. Yeah. Well, I kind of knew where he was, my one buddy. She changed on him, but he met her in rehab. So yeah, he met her in rehab. So it's like, yeah, they both, he had a gambling problem. Now he had a gambling problem. He would get off work, go gamble until it was time to start work again the next day. He had went through $20,000 gambling, burnt it all away. So he can't be near a casino, nothing. He lost his car. So he had a problem. So they put him in rehab. So that's what they was telling me one time, like, oh no, don't bet him. I'm like, oh, well, you want to bet? They were like, whoa, no, don't say bet to him. That's how I found out he had a gambling problem. So now him and his wife that he met in rehab, he lost weight. He had slimmed down. They had a daughter. He got a new house because she wanted a new house. She didn't want to be in that old house. So he sold that old house, got a new house. Soon as they got in the house and everything, they got married. She just got cold, turned on. Get away from me. You make me sick. And then she wouldn't sleep with him no more. And he was like, I don't know what's going on. She won't sleep with me no more. And I don't know. She was in rehab because she was a drunk and she had mental problems. And he didn't know. So once she got married and all that, she just was, all the psychoness was coming out of her. And she was not mentally sane. He said only 20K. Shoot, he lost 20K is a lot for a regular human being. That's probably afternoon for you, didn't it? Oh yeah. So those are signs you're dating the wrong person. Like if all of those things I broke down is happening, you're definitely with the wrong human being. Now, I'm not saying people don't change. I'm not saying people can't change. I'm not saying this is like written in stone, but if you're looking for a life partner, those things have to be in line. You're gonna have to have those things in line. That some of that can happen in time. I'm not saying that like, oh, you would this is the wrong person, this person does that. They can change. They can say, hey, this was wrong with me. I can get over that. They could change. Like a lot of people can have a lot of these signs. Like I could probably tell you right now, I know somebody who everything I said is a red flag all the way down, and they're in a relationship. So it all depends. Right now, I swear to you, sleeping with this girl for sex, that was one. He got with her for sex, and sex would see her at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., go kick it. He done cheated on her. Everything, his spiritual beliefs. He's Muslim when he feel like it. And, and I'm trying to tell you, everything did not align with this person. But she feels like it is too hard to go back to the beginning and start over. Oh, wait a minute. What am I talking about? Sorry about that, y'all. They are separated right now. They are separated right now. They are not together right now. Oh my God. I totally forgot about that. Not right now. She's like in the gym, working out, improving her body. She's looking great. She had lost a lot of weight. She's out there, but they got like a lot of kids together. So I don't know how that's gonna play out. But yeah. Damn, I forgot. They are not together no more. But yeah, this is constantly threats, negative addictions, weed, drinking. Can't be yourself around him. Clingy, possessive. Where the hell you going? Yeah, that's him. He ain't serious. Manipulative ass person. I don't know about the excitement level. I don't know what was exciting about him ever. But yep, that is definitely it. He has done all of those things. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. 100%. You are wasting your time with the wrong person. I told you, all of those things are in line. If you don't have that together, then you will not extend. You will not go anywhere with that person. You think so, but most people fall into that trap. They've been with this person for so long, it's so hard to go back to the beginning. That's called the point of no return. You go to the point of no return. It's like it's easier to go all the way to the end than it is to go back to the beginning. So they just feel like they just go through the motions. Well, in a relationship, to see, this is a problem I had, Mac, because I'm used to being single. So I'm used to getting up and leaving the house. So when you leave with people, they ask where you're going or stuff like that. And they don't really take into consideration. I'm not being rude. I'm just used to not having to announce to anybody where I'm going. That I know where I'm going. So I don't need to be saying where I'm going. So it's not like they don't deserve to know. I just forget to say it sometimes because I'm so used to being single. You don't say that when you're single. So, but yeah, in a relationship, if you're with somebody that you're supposed to be with, like y'all living together or something, yeah, you should tell them where the hell you're going. Because if something happened to you, they should know where the hell you at. I mean, she should tell you where she's going. I wouldn't say that's like a serious like red flag. Oh, LNS is up in here. This is probably L. I have yet to see S really, except for that one line. No, it's not a red flag. Well, it's really not a list. Oh yeah, they got a channel, y'all. If y'all want to subscribe to the channel, well, L got a channel. L and S Pipe and Tea. I just watched your one of your last video, the do's and don'ts. I've watched it from the beginning. Mm. He said, "I'll be back in a few. I mean, if you just dating." He said, "I saw the 6 commercial." That good. That means I'm getting paid. He said, my ex Al asked to borrow 10K and she paid me back 20K. Well, then you have a, if you know, it's depending on the person. I mean, if you want to loan somebody 10K and you know they're reliable, then by all means do it. But it's really no list because, like I said, people date for different reasons. Some people don't date with the I'm looking for this life partner. Like I told you, a lot of in the beginning of this video, a lot of the women I have dated was entirely like business oriented. I normally date women in business. So we met at conventions or we would meet up at a certain place that we knew we were going to be at. She's in her town, I'm in another town. And we would just be meeting at a convention, or I'll be like, oh, I'm going to be here. I got to cover this fight. It's going to be in Connecticut. You in New York, right there, right there. We meet up. Like I said, she had never been in my house. I had never been in her home. We would meet at hotels that we were all staying at. We all meet at the mini bar. We got the pass for the mini bar. We're covering events because of our jobs. This detailed how we went through like dating or whatever you wanted to call it. But we weren't thinking, let's build to have a family and get together. Like she wasn't trying to have any more kids. She wasn't even taking care. Well, I won't say she wasn't taking care. She wasn't around because she had to travel for work. So they spent mostly time with the father. Then the other girl I was dating, I told you, she had no kids and never. She still don't got kids to this day. She's a businesswoman. She's all about presentations, and she's just there's no time for it. And me, I don't have a dog, a plant. I didn't have. I didn't have any time to sit down and do that. It's all about just letting someone know just in case something happens to you. Right. That's the same thing I said. Most men have a problem with that question. Well, it all depends. Some people just like to get up and go. But no, it's all about the safety. You want to know what happens to somebody. Like if you don't come back in a certain time, they can be like, oh, something's wrong. And I'm not getting in contact with them. It might be something that could save you. So if you're in a relationship, that you should definitely be able to tell them where you're going. I'm just so used to not, I can just get up and go. So there's no need for me to do that. That's how I process moving about what I do. Now, for others, it's different. Like I said, if you're dating a person, and it depends on what you want. Like if they don't have family interests, like their family, they're not showing you that they want family and you feel like this is what you want, and don't think that guy's gonna turn into that guy. If you don't date him thinking that's gonna happen or he's gonna turn into the family guy, you can be setting yourself up for a long, strenuous, negative relationship, and you're wasting your time with this wrong person. Now, like I told you before, spiritual clashing. Some people Catholic, another one's Baptist. They don't like it if somebody's Islam and you got to be Islam, or if you're not, that could be a problem. So you don't want to go into that trap either. You said family is my religion. Right. And y'all got to share some hobbies that y'all like doing together. You got to do that. If a man has different, like men gonna play video games. You don't have to be involved in every single thing the man does. But if y'all have selective different hobbies where you guys are doing y'all own thing and y'all basically are single individuals and living in the same place, but y'all got two separate single lives. That's just it. That's what's going to end up happening. And then if you don't want that for your life, y'all going to have things that y'all do together that balances that. But you don't want anybody to change you. Remember that. As I told y'all, don't let anybody change you. That I don't change anybody. I never ask for a woman to change. I try to elevate. I try to enhance them. I want to help you become a better you. What's up, Burundi? I don't want to change you. I just want you to be a better version of you. That's all. Don't want to change you. Because if I'm changing you, then I'm making you to something you're not. He said, my pops is Muslim and my mom is Christian. Tell me how that worked out. They probably want that when they met. He said, that's what I tried to do. Well, see, the thing is it's up to the person. It can't be up to you. I can help elevate you, but if you're not gonna do the work, I can't do it. It's up to you. I can help elevate you, but I'm not gonna try to change you. Because if I gotta change you, you're gonna be somebody that you're not. That's not who you are. I just changed you, or and I just did try to change you. Don't try to do that, because then now you got a fake person. They're faking to be something that they're not. No, you can try to help them elevate so they can become more, but they have to be receptive to it, or it doesn't make any sense. And like I said before, if you just dating a person just for sex and they just want to get you in bed and it's always about sex, and you feel like it's just all sex all the time, this is the wrong person. Especially if you're talking about building a life partnership. This person is going to cheat on you. This person is going to be gone. He wants sex, and that's it. If he keeps just going with sex, 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 everything, every time y'all do something, it leads to say that's not, he's into you so much. That's a problem. If he can't control himself and it's just sex, sex, sex all the time, it's not just, oh, this is a good thing. This is not a good thing. See, that's the thing though, y'all. 5 minutes can't tell you too much. Now, a person can have a very bad start. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I can understand if I could take a look at somebody and in 5 minutes, the way they act would turn somebody off. You know, that has happened before. Partnership is the goal. Exactly. Partnership is the goal if that's what you're thinking about for a life partner. But if your life partner is threatening you all the time, threatening to knock you out, threatening to knock you out, I'll run you over with a car, I'll do all this. This is the wrong person for you. He don't love you. My baby crazy. No, that's not a good sign. He does not love you. He loves him. He's insecure. He's clingy and possessive. You don't want these things for you because that lead all that clingy and possessive leads to the threats. So you don't want that around you. That is definitely wrong person for you. When they always seem like they threatening you, trying to use fear as a tactic to keep you under control because they clingy and possessive. You don't want that. That goes for either side. It's not just man and woman. This is for either side. That's all I keep telling you. This is not one-sided. It might, like, some of it might be relative. He says some of these people don't need to date. They need a team of shrinks. Exactly. I tried to tell people, man, it's crazy. It is completely nuts. L&S Pipe and Tea. Yeah, you can put your link, I think, to your channel in the description box. Put other people before you when you are married. Okay, you going all the way to marriage. We talking about just the dating part. But yeah, if you married, it's already, you didn't already then went and jumped the broom. You already, now it's, yeah, you bonded now. Uh yeah. Well, what was the other thing we talked about? Negative addictions. Like, we all have an addiction. Some people just don't know how to channel their addictions. And no matter what you're addicted to, you have to know how to channel your addictions. Some people are addicted to candy, some people are addicted to watching TV, some people are addicted to sewing, exercise, running, and some people got negative addictions. They got some negative addictions. Oh, it's always good to see you, Burundi. Burundi got a wrench. He's a moderator here. Yeah, if they got negative addictions, like, it could be drugs, it could be gambling, it could be a lot of those things, that these negative addictions that they have, don't think they're going to change them just because they love you so much. Because then you're going into another stage that you can't be yourself around them. This is a key sign that you are with the wrong person. If you can't be yourself around them, do not date them thinking that this is going to work, because you're lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself. Right away, you are lying. Long time subscriber since day one. Oh, I was talking about LNS, this channel here, LNS Pipe and Tree Tea. They just got started. So y'all can subscribe to their channel, LNS Pipe and Tea. But yeah, Burundi been here, got the wrench. Yeah, but Burundi's been taking care of moms. Yeah, if y'all want, I'll drop the link if y'all wanted to come up. If y'all tell me y'all want to come up, I'll drop the link. You can't be yourself around them. That's a big problem. And if you always feel like she was saying about the lion, always feeling that you're being manipulated and used by them, because see that leads to cheating a lot. When you're feeling used and manipulated, you feel embarrassed, and mostly they seem to go out and cheat. They want that control. That goes along with the clingy and possessive, manipulating, all that stuff they do. And then when it's time to get serious, they're not. You ever notice they fun to be around, but they're not serious when they need to be serious? You need that in a relationship. You need some seriousness. They might be a good time and y'all have a blast, but when it's time to get serious and they just don't know how to be serious, and when they can't handle serious situations and moments, they break down and they cower. Telltale sign you're dating the wrong person. I know a situation first hand knowledge. Soon as this is a perfect individual, and once this man lost his job, and during the pandemic, and he was doing DoorDash after that, and once his car broke down from doing DoorDash, and he didn't have his job no more, he didn't even want to go fill out the unemployment. He was just cowering, just depressed. I'm depressed. And had bills to pay. And his woman was paying his half of the rent because she didn't want him to feel embarrassed. So she was basically bankrupting herself to keep him and keep his pride where it was, instead of him going out being a man and doing what he was supposed to do. That angered me. Because that happened to somebody I love. So I'm like really upset about that. I was really upset. Now, so I wish I knew this in the beginning. Now, here's the thing that I wouldn't say is a red flag, but it happens a lot. And it don't necessarily mean you're dating the wrong person, but it happens. But when you first start dating, it's so exciting, right? And it's so exciting. Then all of a sudden, the excitement just dies down. Dies down. Everything slows down. But when it feels like there's no excitement no more, there's nothing, then you can see that you probably was with the wrong person. But as you could see, the excitement was going down. You got to kind of find out what's going on, because that person could have just been trying to appease you and doing all these things, and it was fun to get to know you. But now that he got you, because that happened to me. That happened to me. And I was so young in the situation, I didn't even understand what was going on. I was so young because I thought I have to do something wrong in order for a relationship not to work. I thought I had to be doing something wrong. And so my thing was, I ain't gonna make no mistakes. I ain't gonna cheat. I ain't gonna do this. So I was thinking that's how it goes left. If you cheat and do that. So I'm like, well, I ain't gonna cheat. I ain't gonna do this. I'm gonna do everything right. That wasn't the case. This is how I say I learned from past relationships. You learn. So I knew what the problem was with her. Like now, yeah, I could psychoanalyze her all the way through. But the problem with her was this: she had a problem. She liked to be chased. That was her whole thing. She plays the shy, coy girl who barely talks real low, real beautiful girl. And you're just like surprised nobody's dating her. And then she finds out she had a boyfriend. Then eventually she starts talking and then calling, she doing all this. Then things start to change. What's up, Grundy?
Man, what's happening with your baby? What's going on?
What's going on? It's been a minute, man.
I'm
It's been a
saying
minute.
it's been too long. I've been watching the videos, man. Don't but taking care of mom and my stepfather, man.
Oh,
Making
okay.
sure they don't need anything. We got them.
All right. See, that's
Kids,
what's up.
kids take care of the parents when they get old, man.
Right. You see? That's what I'm saying, y'all. This is Burundi and this is what he's doing. Being a man, stepping up.
Hell yeah, man. Still trying to make things happen. I'm working 24/8.
There go Mac Missile in
Yeah.
the house.
Salute,
Mac,
salute, salute, Burundi, salute. Been a
what's
Yep.
happening
minute.
with you, man?
Arcino,
What's up?
you already know.
Oh, Mac Missile got the kids everywhere
Yeah, I
now.
got the kids in the
Man,
background. Hold on. I'm turning it down a little bit.
Yeah,
My little cousins, they still ask about grind time.
grand time.
They
Yeah.
still asking, man. I'm
If
like,
y'all
oh
got
man.
I got the old man. If anybody got that old man, I'll fire it up. Grand Sam will be back out there.
You know what? I might download it again, just to give you a run.
Yep, it's gonna be grind
Oh
time.
man. Yeah, it's good seeing you. I love when you do videos like this.
Yeah, man, this is a good one.
Cause me and Bear almost talk every day. And I be giving them little nuggets you be teaching.
Yep.
You know? And I love videos like this because we need to hear the real,
Yeah, exactly.
We need it,
Yeah.
man.
And that's what happened, man. I chased this girl. I finally got this girl, and right away, as soon as I started dating her, like it was starting to be all these problems. Everybody wanted her and all that. And she was doing this with like everybody. She just likes to be chased. So
Yeah.
when she was in a relationship, then everything for this
It goes
point,
to
this is
hell.
the highest point. So now she's okay. Well, now we're dating, and now she's just like the excitement is like going down, 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 down with her and her energy. And then she's like, all these other people want to chase her. She's like, oh, wow, they like me. They're chasing me. So now she's attracted to that.
Yeah.
And then that's because I was like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah,
Like,
the throw to the chase. A lot of
there's
females
a
like that.
problem here. Like, I ain't trying to get killed. We was on the north side. I'm like, look, no nobody know me here. What the hell? You got people trying to kill me on the north side.
What? In Chicago?
Yeah, I'm like, look, we on the south
That's my
side.
neck of the
We
woods. I
trying
would
in
have.
the north side to get away from the south side action. And
Oh
she over
man.
here about to get me annihilated on the north side. I'm like,
Yo, that's wild.
doing?
You know she was doing too much for that to happen.
Right,
That's
I'm like,
crazy.
what are you doing?
Yeah,
Cause I
messing
live
with
up
dudes from
north.
the other
You gotta
side
be
and all
doing
that.
some wild stuff for them to be like, yo, I gotta see this man. Like what?
Right, I'm like, we at the park.
Right. Oh.
I was like, if I get out this car, all hell finna break loose.
Right.
I knew it. I just said, nah, we finna go.
Yeah.
I just left. Yeah, I backed up. She was like, no, why? We can go. I'm like, nah.
Nah, see, you're too rich for it, man. You're too rich for the chick, man. Too rich for the chick.
And I was like, this whole thing don't look right. It's like, it's a whole car full of dudes. I got you. It's me and you. A whole car full of dudes. They just pulled up in the car. No way.
Oh,
I was like, they were on the expressway. They was on the LSD with us.
What?
Like, yes, this is right by Loyola.
You in Edgewater. Oh, you right over there.
That part, yeah. As soon as we get on LSD, because they was on LSD, like looking in the car, everything.
What?
Hell no. Hell no. You gotta get up out of there.
Hell no,
as soon as
man.
we get over there, we go by Loyola, right there, that part. Right there.
And she acting like, hey, what's wrong?
You should have called me or messaged me, man. I would have jumped right over there.
Man, you know how long ago this was?
I was about to say, boy, I would have jumped over there like, what's going on?
Right.
That's my neck of the woods. I'm Budlong Woods, but I can get over there. It's like a 10.
Yeah, well, you know my cousins live over there. You went to school with them. So.
Right. But Mimi, yeah.
Yeah, so Mimi, but you know, she got like 5 sisters. So
right. She told see her pull up in the middle of the project.
And the baby boy.
Yeah. But you know what, Cino, man, like I was telling this to Bear, like, you know, you just too rich for the chick, meaning not just your account, but having a wealthy soul. You know what I mean? And I just think like character is valuable. I always look at value, right? Like character is valuable. You know, if you got a chick that is constantly seeking attention or doing little stuff to get under your skin just to do it, they ain't showing good character. Nobody need that, man. Life is too short and too valuable and too precious to be done in the games. That's why I said what I said earlier about a lot of these chicks don't need to be dating. They need therapy. For real.
That's true.
They need therapy, and the fellas do too. Because to me, if you're not comfortable with yourself, introducing yourself and expressing yourself to a potential partner, I don't want you. You know what I mean? Because to me, I'm looking for a partner.
Right.
Yep.
If I gotta buy everything and do everything and create the dates that we're gonna go on, then what's the sense? That's not a partnership. That's like a dictatorship.
Yeah, it gotta be 50-50, man. You know, y'all gotta
had this blonde woman talk about balance. She was like, if any man says that he wants 50-50 in a relationship, he the wrong guy. I'm like, what the
Yo, I would have said, who raised you? Because I know your mama and your daddy were working.
Oh, man, wait, hold on. I'm going to find this for y'all.
Oh, man. I'll be like, who raised you?
I'm going to find this for y'all.
Man.
You know I'm going to pull this right up.
Yeah, you know, but you got a lot of dumb chicks that say that dumb stuff. They don't even be doing half of the stuff.
I would have walked past 5 seconds.
Man, Cino, it makes me want to play Pimps Up H down. You know what I'm saying? Because these are the chicks that need guidance. You know?
Yeah, like that's crazy.
For real. That classic DVD, boy. I still got it to this day. Yeah. I remember when me and Cino was talking about it, like, changed my life. Like, wait a minute.
Yep.
Oh, yeah? The Chicago Players Ball?
I was on the couch with my ex when this came on. Pimps Up. Oh, this is a great program.
Right.
Chicago.
Yeah.
Like, you need to get mashing for some rations.
Right. For real.
She's like, you're talking just like that guy from the show.
Yeah.
I was like, this show changed me completely. I was like, I've been all wrong. I've been too nice to you.
Right.
Exactly. You gotta balance the table a little bit.
Right. You should bow your head in the presence of a
pimp. Bow your head when you sit in the presence of a pimp, man. Bow your head.
Now, let's listen to this crazy woman. I found it. You
know no.
They wrecked the sideball and all that.
If he expects you to go 50-50 in the relationship with him, or if he wants to split the bill with you. Now, I'm not going to go too deep on this subject because I've already spoken so much on the subject on my channel, why I believe men should pay more than women in a relationship. But this is all bound to the fact that society is not equal for men and women. First of all, we are not 100% equals, and we can never become equals simply because biologically we are not built equally, okay? Men have a certain advantage, biologically speaking, than women. Whilst women, because, you know, we are the caretakers, we're the ones who carry the child, etc., we might never have the same equal opportunity to make the same career, to make the same amount of money, etc. Plus, as you know, on the job market, women tend to earn less than men, you know, on average. It's just the sad reality.
Not true at all.
Are changing. But not only that, women also
talking
have
about
different types of
1980s.
expenses than men simply because they are women. We actually have to spend more to keep ourselves attractive. And of course, we are attracted because men want us to be attractive. Women spend more on clothes than men. Women spend more on sanitary products than men. Women spend more on beauty products than men, etc., etc., etc. Sorry. So if he wants to go 50-50 in the relationship, that just simply shows that he doesn't want to step into this masculine role. Plus, he is not a provider, and he might not even be generous. So I don't know if those are the qualities that you want to work with in this relationship. I'm not forcing this upon you. If you are fine with this, then that's absolutely okay. No hard feelings from my end. But I'm just here to tell you that it's okay as a woman to expect that the man has to pull some financial load a bit more than the woman in a relationship. Sign number 2, that you are dating a loser. And that is if he makes you feel weird or crazy or a psychopath or clingy, if you want commitment from him. And when I say commitment, ladies, I'm talking about being in a relationship. Are we an item? Are we not? Or let's say you want to have an engagement, or let's say you want marriage, or you want kids, etc. There are so many men out there who paint the picture as if the woman is the psycho who wants these things, that something is wrong with her, like stop pushing me type of thing. This is the thing. I'm not saying it should only be the way us women want it to be. If we want to give birth tomorrow, doesn't mean that that's fair, okay? But there has to be a way where we meet halfway. This is the disadvantage of being a woman.
Now, you just said
right.
50-50. You was just saying 50-50. Now you saying we got to meet halfway.
Come on now. Who raised you, girl?
We have a body clock to think of. We can't just, spend 10 years waiting for him to finish clubbing and then he will decide if he wants to marry or not. But again, a little disclaimer, there are, of course, valid and reasonable situations when sometimes you do need to give a person a little bit of time, a little bit of space. But this is where I'm talking about. Meet halfway. Don't let it just be how he wants it. Don't let it only be how you want it. It has to be an equal opportunity. That's what we want. Sign number 3, that you're dating a loser. If he is flaky, ghosts you, vanishes, or is completely unreliable. Oh, haven't we all met this type, ladies? Now, this is such a classic scenario, especially, haven't we also met so many women who are like, oh, I love him so much. So she basically accepts that type of behavior, or she puts up with it because, well, I don't really have anything better going on for myself. Well, I kind of like this guy, You see what I mean? There is no excuse for a man to be unreliable or flaky. I need to tell you one thing.
Then you shouldn't be dating him in the first place. If he's ghosting you, he's already telling you, I don't really bother with you.
Right, and listen.
You're not important.
And listen, she needs therapy. I mean, it sounds like it's more and hurt a lot.
If he ghosts,
been ghosted. She wants a baby. but is going about it all wrong. Now she's looking crazy and weird and telling she don't want a man to go 50-50, but she wants you to meet her halfway.
Walking contradiction.
Oh my God.
Oh, walking contradiction. But when it comes to the money, oh, it ain't 50-50.
Right. I mean, my goodness.
He said not in a relationship, but he does in a marriage, if you all agree on that. Like what part? Like if he's 50-50, like what?
Listen, man, that's why for me, like when I date, I always tell women I'm looking for a partner. Let's take our resources, what we're good at, where we're at in our lives right now. Take our resources. Let's take our personalities. See if we mesh. Get to know each other. And let's see if we can build the type of life that we dream together. And that's when you're going to know when the rubber hits the road, if they're going to be for you or not. Because I can't.
Each other's dreams.
I had a one woman tell me recently, I want a man to be my everything. I said, that's God's job. Because God is everything. God is love. What I am is a man with imperfections. But I'm going to do my best to help and give you guidance. But in turn, I need you to reciprocate that. I need affirmation. Sometimes I'm a strong man, but sometimes I'm weak. Or if I'm drifting off the wrong path, sometimes I need you to say, hey, Brandy, let's get back on task.
Right.
We help each other. That's what our grandmothers understood. Most of them. That's what previous generations understood, because we were living in a world that already hates us. So we gotta survive together. And to me, the biggest thing I learned about watching my parents' marriages, they made sacrifice for the kids. That's why I don't mind saying, hey, Mom, you don't have to worry about the bills. You don't have to worry about that. You put that on me. You put that on my sister. We got you. Because we realize you made the sacrifices for us to go out here and be great. That's what it's about. What this white chick is talking about, she just need therapy. She need a hug, and she need a Care Bear and therapy.
Well, she's talking superficially.
Yeah,
She's not
it's all superficial.
building into a marriage. See, she's thinking from the terms of a superficial woman who goes through this life, never really had any problems with bills or anything in that direction.
Right.
Mostly going in the range of, okay, this is how it should be. A man knows I gotta look good, so because I gotta look good, this is how it should be. She's really superficial, so a man should spend more money because women, we gotta pay all this money to look good, so man should be spending more. But she wants 50-50 when it comes to everything else. When it's something else, when it benefits you, now it don't benefit you to be anything else, but it's gotta be 50-50 when it's somewhere she got to step up and do something. But it's just typical.
What? She wasn't doing that before she met you, like on her own? All the hair and nails and all that.
Right. Who was getting your hair done before you met me?
Right. And you know what?
Your hair, nails, and makeup done in.
Right. And that's something else I wanted to bring up too. A lot of women talk about this, about being a provider, right? A lot of times women make the mistake of just talking about a financial provider versus a provider that protects your feelings, that protects you when you feel vulnerable, right? They don't talk about the emotional protection that you need. And I think that's a mistake oftentimes, So that's why I stay single. Till I find that third eye, that Baduism.
Oh gosh, not Baduism.
Don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you going in the wrong spell. I did not see anybody come out of well dealing with Baduism.
Hey, look, I'm strong, I'm strong, and I stay
strong till you weak.
hey, I watched enough of your videos to know through your mentorship, I can get through it.
If you got my mentorship, until you don't go through it. You ain't gonna get through that Baduism.
Yeah.
You better go around that.
Yeah. I feel you though.
Okay, man. Here it is. She said, in a marriage, a man should provide, protect, and profess. It's not 50-50, it's 100-100. And money, building wealth, and so on. Okay, if I'm providing, protecting, and professing, then what is the woman doing? If she's fussing, cussing, is she fussing, cussing, and
but she should have her own dreams that she wants to follow. You gotta support that.
I'm like, what is she doing? If I'm doing this?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. What am I getting in return? Fussing, cussing, and no cooking. Be like, man, and me, it's different because, like, it's crazy. Like, all the exes that they were trying to come back. I was like, oh, wait a minute. It was like, what you being nice? This one I knew it was like, I think Valentine's Day was coming up. This is how I be doing. Something's coming up. I'm like, something's wrong here. Were you nice all of a sudden? No, I was just like, seeing how you was doing. I liked something you put on Facebook. And I was like, okay, she put a heart thing, man. I'm like, okay, she put a heart on the Facebook and just was going left. She was trying to come back. Then she went back to Psycho Town real quick. And I was like, man, right in the text message, it just started getting more and more in the Psycho Town. And I was like, yeah, you still crazy.
Like, what? You don't want to say me?
Yeah. A man shouldn't pay more. She said a man shouldn't pay more in a relationship. I agree. It all depends. Like, sometimes you might make the most money in the relationship. Like, that's the thing. I'm not finna ask the girl I'm dating to bankrupt herself. I'll be like, but you're gonna be doing something.
Yeah, a man's gonna automatically pay more. It's just,
Right. Like,
should be no stipulation, bro. We already know.
Like, I made like probably 3 times what the girl I was dating was making. But I said, like, if we were ever to live together, she'll be paying utilities. She'll be doing something. She paying something. If I'm paying for everything else, I understood, like, I make the majority because I don't need another person to help me maintain anything here. So I can do it on myself. So that makes it, the degree of the tug of war is different. So in an average relationship, it's a 2-income household for a place like this. I'm the only person in this entire area who has a place by himself and maintain. Everybody over here has a family because this is a family size home. So everybody over here is families everywhere. And they don't usually allow or have anybody that come up around here that's by themselves. So every time I go out, it's like if somewhere else, and anybody who know me, that's why they really don't know what it is that I do or what's going on with me. But man, if I'm in the city, Burundi is a crazy, crazy layout. You would have think I was Diddy or somebody.
I already know.
Started throwing themselves at me is the craziest thing ever.
Man, like I've been telling you over the years, man. I be telling them when that Cino money hit and it come your way, it just hit different. The average man don't have a chance. When that Cino money hit, boy.
I don't know why.
Watch your chicks.
Hey,
Hey man, look, when they see you, they know what it is. It's like why.
Uh-oh. You went out. What'd you say? No. They think that's what it's gonna be. No way. I do not rush. Like I told you, that girl in 5 seconds. It was 3 minutes. She talking about I can't wait to jump your bones. I was like, this is not going the way. That is not what I want to hear in 3 minutes. That makes me think you done said this probably earlier today to somebody else. I'm like, dang, you only been in 3 minutes.
Right.
Oh man, Teresa's in there.
Hello.
I didn't know you was up here.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
That's good.
I'm laughing at y'all.
But man, we could make you laugh and be entertained. We all need laughter.
Right.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah, we know it's all the woman's fault. That's
No. Because you gotta remember that the man is the leader. So whatever the man is doing to that woman, he is already changing her. So if
well,
he
you gotta but you gotta remember now, y'all say the man's the leader,
don't
but
say y'all, sweetheart. It ain't y'all. Don't put all women in one category. Just like
okay.
you can't put
But
all men in one
you
category.
Well, you say the man is supposed to be the
the
leader.
leader.
So
Am I wrong? But am I wrong?
No.
All
And
right.
I have no problem with that, but y'all gotta let the man lead.
Lead.
That's right.
You
I
keep
let the
can
man
saying
lead.
understand if the man ain't doing his job to lead. Yeah, the
you
man ain't doing
keep
his job.
saying that y'all supposed to let y'all lead. Okay, first of all, it's a lot of women out there that let men lead that shouldn't be leading because they don't know how, because of their background of being raised by another non-leader man. So
Right.
if a woman is allowing a man to lead and she's submitting, but he don't know how to lead, so what is she supposed to do in that situation?
Well, my suggestion is this: what when you dating somebody, you'll see weaknesses in a person, right? So when you see weakness in a person, if you're building a real partnership, you try to help make each other better.
That's true.
So my question is that woman trying to help build him to be a leader, or is she expecting him to be a leader, knowing that he's not a leader and setting him up for failure anyway?
Well, my question is entirely different. My question is why, when you saw those signs, there shouldn't even been a relationship no more. Period. You already know
I'm gonna
the
answer
wrong
both.
person.
Well, ladies love Pookie.
I'm gonna answer both. On the young man that asked the first one, you right that she is supposed to help him on trying to be a leader. But if she also had things in her background where she's seen and she wasn't built to teach him how to lead. Also, if they both was broken, let's put it that way. If they both was broken but the woman is trying to teach that man how to be the leader, but he's basically fighting it and don't want to listen to learn how to be a leader. So then she's still trying to help him and he's still not listening because she loves him. She stays and still try to build him up. And then on yours, Sino, sometimes like the man said up there, you still want to be in it because you feel that you can help him be a leader. And that's how most women are. They look at that man and say, okay, I see potential in him when he's not even doing anything at a young age, y'all young, and you thinking, okay, I can actually, help him. I can motivate him. I can build him up. And hopefully he will be grateful for what I'm trying to do. And he will continue on and
Science
try to be a
project.
leader.
Yep.
But if he can't
That's called
accept that,
delusion of grandeur.
But it's not. But look, see, y'all looking at it wrong. It's not illusion. If that woman feels like that man can be what she sees he can
Potential
be,
don't mean nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I know that now. I'm grown
the
now.
reverse system
But look,
of what I have.
I'm speaking on behalf of young women. When they look at a man,
potential doesn't mean nothing. Because potentially
we tell you, I know that now as a grown woman, but as a young woman, when I was young, I looked at a man and thought that he had potential. I was not taught potential was nothing. I was taught if he looks like he has potential, then you go with that man because he has potential. Now I know, no, he has to actually be doing something, working towards his potential to actually do something. But back being in your 20s and stuff, you're not looking at that. And then if you don't have somebody that's teaching you that, you're not going to know that. You're just going to look at that man like, oh, okay, he looks like he got potential. I'm going to go ahead and help him out. I'm going to try to build him up to be this strong man and all this type of stuff, which is good to a certain extent. If that man is willing to, be like, okay, I'm a go on what she's talking about and I'm going to help myself and build myself up. But if he's not on that, she's wasting her time. That's what I'm saying. Y'all looking at it differently as what we know now. You have to start at the beginning, back in the day, and that's how it builds up to now. If they were already dating when they were young and didn't know no different, and they both was broken and come from broken families, they not gonna know. They just feel like they trying to build each other up and not knowing nothing. That's why a lot of marriages and a lot of relationships mess up, because they both come from broken families, or one come from broken family and don't know how to help the other one.
I'll say this to that point though. With broken families, if you both come from the same circumstance, right? And this is I talk a lot about building a partnership, right? When you having tough conversations about how you grew up, how you see the world, your perspective, and all of that, right? If you both come from broken homes, wouldn't you have the dream to say, man, what would it be like if we decided to do the opposite of how we grew up? That's how my parents came together. Both my parents came from broken homes. Both my parents didn't have the best education at all. High school diplomas only at the time. When they came together over 40 years ago. They've been married for almost 30 years. Now, they were both from broken homes. But my mother and my stepfather made the decision to say, how can we build a life that's opposite from the way that we grew up? And we may not know the answers, but we can reach out to people that we feel that are successful and kind of take a little bit from everybody and build our own healthy relationship. I guess my point is this. Just because you come from a broken home don't mean you can't find positive solutions. It doesn't give you an excuse to make the dumb decisions that you make, because they're your decisions, right? Potential doesn't mean anything without work. And that's what Sino was talking about earlier, right? You got to actually put in the work on both sides, men and women, right? But you also got to see the red flags too. If you got a guy that's not listening and ain't vibing with what you're talking about, you can't change him. He has to want to change himself.
Yeah, but you said something that it was, because I discussed this earlier in the video when I said I want to be like, I could change him though. Remember?
Right.
I said that, because that's what I was like, that's what women do.
But I wasn't talking about changing. I was talking about building him up.
But that's what leads into that conversation.
Because that's the thing that we were saying though. Yeah. When you were talking about building him up, it's like when I said with the broken wing syndrome, I wanted to help. I'm like, it's the bird with the wing. I gotta get that wing fixed, so they could fly and soar. And I was a part of it. And like, I can help. I can save it. So I was always had this broken wing syndrome. So that's women have that in reverse. They want to believe, they want to be a part of that process to help you get there, and they love that. They love to be a part of that.
Because women are nurturers, so of course they're gonna want to do that.
Yeah, and well, some of them are, because I mean today,
women.
Well, I can't speak for the women for today. I can speak for the women from yesterday.
Yeah, I got
not for today.
I'm gonna have to go back to yesterday and find a nurturing woman.
Yeah, I'm
like, this woman's a nurse, and I wouldn't trust her to nurse anybody.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, she's a nurse, and I'm terrified of her.
Right.
I'm like, she went back to work during the pandemic. You should have stayed out of nursing. You just don't have a temperament.
Right.
I'm like, they let you get people well. You seem like you put people in the hospital.
Right, or worse.
Yeah. I'm like, I was like, you make me just say no nurses, period. Yeah, she is kind of nuts. Yeah, she is. She's someone that'll take your life the way she talks. That's what I'm saying. Threats and everything. And she just insinuates. Like, she just automatically would assume and tell me what I was doing and what I wanted to do. I'm like, well, according to you. No, according to you. I'm like, I'm not saying it. You keep saying all this. You got it. I bet you gave her your number. I bet you did this. I bet you did that. I'm like, well, according to you. That's just what's going on in your mind.
Right, and that's the crazy part, man. Like, it's a pet. I hate it, when people assume stuff because they think assumption is true, and it's like, no, the truth is the truth. You don't have to assume the truth.
Well, assumptions is what hurt marriages. Period.
It hurt.
If you marry, assumptions kill everything in a marriage. There's so much. No communication. It leads to assumptions. Like, the woman would assume a lot. The man mostly not as much, but it's
yes, they do.
Thing.
Yes, they do. Stop trying to take that off the men like they don't assume, because men do assume a lot too. Well, and on top of that, communication does lead to assumption, and communication is the biggest failure of a marriage.
Oh no,
the lack of it, but that's what I'm saying. If you're communicating, that eliminates.
That's what I'm talking about. The lack of communication.
Right.
Yeah. Because that eliminates the assumptions
and comprehension.
Then it'd be the littlest stuff that annoys somebody. It'd be like, wait a minute, we were supposed to go to this today. I told you this was already. We were supposed to do this today, and it was today. We were supposed to have this today. It's a graduation today, and you ain't told me. I did tell you, and that is something that drives a woman up the wall. It would drive a woman up the wall.
And look,
he said, if she said we supposed to be doing this today, and you said you ain't told me, and she knows she's told you about 5, 6, 7 times, and you have the audacity to sit there and say, no, you didn't. You ain't tell me. It's finna go up. You might as well move. It's finna go up. Because nothing don't piss a woman off more than you telling her she didn't tell you something that she knows she told you. That's gonna really make her mad. So I'm like, if I don't know if you told me or not, I'll just be like, I just don't remember you telling me that. But
that's the safest answer.
Right. I was just like, well, this is why we gotta write it down. So if it's something important like that, we get it on the calendar, we would just write it down so that, like, in case we might forget, or I might have been in the middle of something. Like, because I've seen that a lot too. Like, sometimes women just talk as if men is not doing something. Man to be on a conversation on the phone. Yeah, okay, so I got to start at 3:30. And she be, okay, now don't forget now. You got to go to the store and get the ground chuck. They be on the phone. I'm like, he's on the phone with somebody. They think because they say it in the house, you just hear it no matter what. And so they said it, but you ain't said directly to them. He was on the phone. So Yeah, men get themselves in trouble a lot too when they don't pay attention no more. But this normally happens like in the marriage. You've been there. Y'all got years into the marriage. This is when people just get comfortable and lax, and they start doing stuff different. Like my mom, for instance, when she say, "Get this from the store," you better get the brand. You better get the exact word she said. I know this. So you would think my dad would know this going to the store. He come back with something she didn't even remotely ask for. Is what he wanted. He wanted to grab this. Oh, this was on sale. She didn't ask you, was it on sale? She said, grab this brand. There's a reason she don't like this one. She doing the cooking, get what she said. And I'm like, man, why would you create this argument? You should know what's going to happen in this house when you bring this in here. This is going to be a 40-minute conversation of all your screw ups. So
like the Muslim guy cursing out his assistant, like, you always mess up my newspapers. Every doggone time to get the right newspaper, you always mess it up. I'm paraphrasing the line.
Right. Yeah, man. Assumptions, man. That's something else. People assume you're supposed to do something. That's something a lot of women do sometimes. I've seen women do it more than men. Women would assume that you know them. So you automatic. She's like, I thought because you was going over there, it'd be common sense that you would do this. So women will get very disappointed in you when you didn't do something. I was like, I gotta tell you to do that. You passing right by the place. That when it didn't think in your brain to just stop in there and pick it up. Now I gotta go back out and go and pick it up. You drove right past the place. You going over there. And I just thought you would use common sense. They didn't communicate. So if she just made the assumption that since he was going that way, he would have stopped and picked something up. So this annoys women when men who supposedly know them don't do what they're supposed to do. And boy, or they don't just be on the same wavelength, that frequency we was talking about.
I wouldn't assume for my man to know it. Okay, let's say this. I love sunflower seeds.
I love pumpkin seeds.
And I would want him to think to pick up me some sunflower seeds since he's going in the gas station or something like that to get some gas and he sees some sunflower seeds. But I wouldn't assume because he went in the gas station he should have got me some sunflower seeds.
Right. Right. Well, that's right. That's small. It'd be something different. Like it's a birthday party or they got something there and the bakery is there and you supposed to pick up the cake and like you got to get the cake. You going out and you were going past this place. You know the cake is the bakery right there. Why wouldn't you just stop and pick up the cake? That's something like you have to know your person. And know what they can do and the limit of what they do. You should know. And you're going to have to tell my dad exactly what to do. Don't assume he's going to. I shouldn't have to tell him every single thing. He should already know, So this is what I've seen from women being frustrated. And I've seen this a lot with them just not just knowing. And they assumed that they was gonna do it. She's like, I assume that you will take care of that. Well, I would have if you'd have told me. Right. She's like, I gotta tell you everything. So yeah, moms get very frustrated. Yeah, they deal with. I feel you. And I was like, you just gotta know by now. You have to communicate. That's it. He got to know from. That's it. It's got to be communication, or that's it.
That's right.
Ain't no way around it.
You know, Sino, after all these years, is the first woman I've seen on a live chat.
It's my birthday.
I think it's the first time a lady's been on the chat when I've been on here.
Oh no!
Because remember the one time we thought I forgot the lady's name.
Oh, you thought Michelle's
Yeah.
daughter?
Hey, I
You thought Michelle's daughter
she
was
was
the
coming
daughter.
on here. I thought she was coming on here.
Oh my God, Michelle's daughter. Yeah, you
I
thought
wanted to witness this.
Michelle's daughter wasn't a daughter at all. She was somebody's son.
Dang! Oh my gosh!
Yeah. Oh, I wish I could find that line. He was like, "Yeah, my love." You was. We on the same level, baby. I'm like, whoa, hold on now.
What?
We have not seen Michelle.
Right, because it is me and name out there named Michelle.
Oh man, but no, that line was so funny, man.
Yeah, it was, man.
That line was hilarious. We
Yes.
were laughing for an hour over that.
Yeah, we was like, man,
I
you
was
are
so
here.
excited. I was like, here she comes, here she comes.
Yeah, you was getting catfish down the line, boy. Look at that. You ain't never gonna forget that. You know, he'll never forget a moment like that.
No, I think the ladies coming on to the stream, y'all.
Yeah, Q ain't coming up here unless Shiree come up. So that's the only way
Q, come on.
Yeah, that's the only time he ever. I want to come up there. I'm like, what are you talking about?
And she ain't even interested.
Oh wow! Damn,
Stop
she turned him down flat like that. Come on, man.
Yeah, he blamed me. You had it on me.
No, it ain't had nothing to do with you.
I'm like, I ain't did nothing.
It was the way how he was talking.
Look, I say it like this. I like
see you was talking. It wasn't me.
No, that's what I'm saying. It was how he was talking. See, that was whoever was saying all I had to do is listen to you for 5 minutes. That's what it was with her. She heard him for 5 minutes. Nope.
Oh no, don't roast my man Q like that.
And I wasn't even on there until later.
Bro, don't do my man like that. No, look, Q.
I didn't say that. Say what?
Tino gives you opportunity. That's what it is, man. Like me and Ben, we talk to each other every day. We talk about how we met.
No, she ain't saying that's what you said. She's saying somebody else has said that. That applies to you because of what you said.
Right. She saw you in 5 minutes and already made her decision.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was the way you was talking in the chat, I guess. The way you were talking in the chat blew it for you.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Man, you gotta hit him with the smooth one-liners, Q.
Yeah, he was like, you was
not
HP Live going off on
me. Don't come with the corny. Don't come with the corny one-liners. Leave them in your pockets.
Oh God, corny one-liners.
Well, I like you like sunflower seed. The which
he was like, what the hell did I say?
You gotta go back and watch the live, baby.
I mean, you
can't
said
save
a
you, man.
whole bunch of stuff that probably way out of bounds.
Yo, she was probably like, I am not interested. Application denied. You know how you apply for a credit card? And
right.
You wait for that loan page thing you got approved.
Wait to go back to HD Live. He was on HD Live, yeah, man, and he got in the way. I'm like, I got in the way.
Oh,
that was that 5 minutes.
Q. Come on, man. You better than this.
I was gonna bring you up on the panel. His internet went off.
What? Come on.
I hit the button for him to come up and everything.
See, look, that was all God. He shut it down for him.
Yeah. But he never jumped up like that. He was, I want to come up. He was camming up. He was camming up. I don't think that was the first time I ever seen Q Lee. I like Q has never cammed up ever. He was camming up that day. I saw the low cut head, everything. He got the camera. I'm like, they come cute.
Normally he don't put the camera on.
Oh my goodness. I was like, that was so funny. That was a funny moment. And then he was on there, he was on HD Live. He go on the live. He hated on me.
I'll be like, man.
It was like he was on the couch on the panel and you over there acting like it was all my fault.
Yeah, because I'm sure AD came to you like, Cena, what happened, man? What happened with
he didn't even say nothing.
Come on, Q. We got to do better. All right, let's do better.
He said we got to do better.
We got to do better than this, man. When you know better, you do better.
Cracking up.
Man.
He's like, I don't even know what I said. He got to go back and check it out.
You got to go back and play the tape, man. The tape won't lie to you, man.
Oh, yeah.
It won't lie to you.
Oh, yeah, the threatening one? Oh, yeah, that's how you know you're in the wrong relationship. Mm-hmm. I've seen a lot of the threats take place. Yeah, I've seen the dude threaten his word to try to, they use that fear to keep them there, to keep them insecure. And like the lady was talking about, crazy and all that. Yeah, they keep you questioning and doubting yourself. Then they get possessive and, where are you going? What do you got? You don't need to go there with them. You don't need to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you want to hang out with her for?
That's wild. It's just, bro.
He was like, oh, he going to throw Outlaw under the bus? Outlaw said you would hate on me too.
I said, you got to.
No, Outlaw didn't.
Don't be tattling on your homies, man. Come on now. You got to do better than that. And you know what, for the young lady,
you see that? They always want to turn on me. Like, what did I do? That's what I want to know. What did I do?
Right. Look, for the young lady seeing this, I'm sorry, you don't need to be seeing all this. Come on, man. He been watching just me Cino videos, getting gems and diamonds from Cino. Man, you gotta do better than this. We don't do this here.
Take me to Portillo's on the first date. All right.
That's
the way to my heart.
Is that way to my Italian beef, extra dip, mozzarella, sweet. Yeah, come on. Make sure mine is hooked up.
I said, you said go to work, and I was at work. That's what I was saying, man. Go to work. I remember saying that. I'm like, man, you like. And I was like, man, go to work.
I think that's when I came in because I heard you say that, and I think that's when I had sat down.
Oh my goodness,
man, that is terrible.
And because I told you to go to work, I was at
work. Q, when you at work, man, you really got to do better.
No,
you on that professional
side. Had anything to do with anything. I think she will make her own decisions. So what she gonna do?
Yeah.
Dang.
Oh my goodness, y'all are hilarious.
I'm saying, man. Well, it's good to be back, man. Like I said,
it's good to see y'all back, man.
Yeah, I saw you live. I said, man, let me go ahead and hit this one time, man. Just my time is so limited, with stuff, because like I said, my stepfather's got tonsil cancer. He's getting through his treatment all right. So,
all right.
And then my mom, she's got kidney issues, but she's staying strong. She's a strong woman. So
that's good.
Right.
I just want to make sure that they're taken care of, that they don't have a want or a need,
Right. And you've always been good like that, And
that's wonderful.
Yeah, he's always family oriented.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure, his family gonna be straight.
Yeah, family's where the heart is.
Yeah, true.
Real.
So he always gonna be 10 toes down. See me, I told mom I'm putting you in a home.
Oh,
that's so sad. That is so sad.
Don't do that. Them homes.
I cannot put my mom in no home.
I think you should do a video on.
Mom is too much to deal with. I'm like, Mom, you are too much to deal. She had her little surgery. I was down there with her. She had drove one cousin out of there. The other cousin was down there to take care of her. She left early. I was down there. I'm like, where's she at? You can drove her off already. My mom was she just think everybody worked for her because she used to, at her job, she was the boss. Right. So she at home, I need a water. Bring me a water. This is too cold. I mean, this but make mine light, like room temperature. You know I don't drink that cold water. Take that out. Yeah, bring me this and then bring me up a straw. I need this. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's how my mom
look, you need an assistant. I'm putting you in the home.
Listen,
like I'll put you in recovery care. You are going to be with some professionals because I would go insane.
Man, we got nurses at the house, right? We done went through like 6-7 nurses already. We finally got one that my mom liked, man.
Oh, okay.
And I say thank God. You don't know how many conversations I gotta sit down with my mom and say, listen, how can they help you if you chasing them away? We at work, okay?
Yeah.
Come on, are they doing what they supposed to do? Well, yeah, kind of so, but just not the way I like. Listen, are they doing what they supposed to do?
Right.
Let them help you, man. Trust your team. So we finally got a nurse that is really down with my mom's program. And thank God God listened to my prayers because I was going crazy going through nurses the way we were going through 3 different agencies.
Ooh-wee.
Wow.
They come to that. And you know how hard that is because you got to get on the phone. You got people. You got to interview these people. You got, you know what I mean? You got to go through paperwork for every nurse. And then you got to sign off on their times. So it's like, man, I was like, Mom, listen, we got to get you together. Come on now. We talking about life and death here. Nah, because I don't want to put her in a home. Though we should do a chat on that. Because I'm telling you, my mom was in June. She was in the rehabilitation center on Pulaski and Foster, and it was terrible. I thank God I came there every day. There was a random man that there was a room full of women where my mom is in. This random patient just runs into my mom's room. And I said, and I was nice about it, you know, and I got it. I said, excuse me, are you in trouble? And I'm trying to get, you know, the doctors and the nurses' attention. Everybody just turned a blind eye. I said, there's a man in here that's not supposed to be here. Now, what if I wasn't here?
Right.
What would this man do? I mean, and a lot of the families don't come to visit their loved ones. They just leave them there. You know, they go crazy. And people talking to themselves, crying every night, wailing. You know, I had to get my mom out of there. She had to go to the rehabilitation center as part of her treatment because she was so frail coming out of the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
And she ended up spending the entire summer there. And I was fighting to get her out, you know? And it's like, man.
So you take care of your parents?
Yeah.
That's a blessing. The Lord is blessing you. He's going to bless you.
Listen, that's how it's supposed to be. You know, when we were young, we needed our parents and our love to take care of us and guide us. Then we put ourselves and we get empowered enough. We got to take care of our parents.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be.
That's how it's supposed to be. I'm not. People's like, oh, you making sacrifices. You could be doing this. You could be doing that. I'm like, listen, man. I love my mom to death because she was the only woman that I knew for a fact that she believed in me. No matter what. She supported me no matter how crazy my idea was. When I went from Avalon Industries, you remember Sino, all the way to the hotel industry and did that. My mom was like, that's a radical change, but I know you smart enough to do your thing. And then going from hotels to being the admin for the Board of Education. You know, making that leap and that transition. She supported me. She wanted me to win no matter what. So how could I not be there for my mom? How can I not?
That's right.
for a 2 or 3. You know what I mean? Like, that's what we supposed to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember when my grandmother was sick,
I remember that. Yeah, man.
and what we had to go through,
Yeah, it's
and
tough.
yeah, so it was like basically the my uncles and aunties, they were the ones that was really making the decisions and seeing a lot of her. When I came to see her, I was just mostly to assist and help out when I could, because I'm way out here and she in the city.
Yeah,
And it was the same hospital, and I hate that hospital.
yeah,
And that's the same hospital that they sent me to before, when I wasn't even supposed to be there. I was supposed to be in the hospital out here. But they switched insurance at my job, and they went to my address of where I used to live, and they chose the old address and put me in there. So when I went in the hospital, they had to ship me over to the city, and I was supposed to be released. They kept me in there so they could run up a bill, and they
right.
started. And they are not equipped with any modern, technology type thing.
Nope.
So the hospital I'm at out here, they use ultrasound to see. They ain't gotta do the old
Mm-hmm.
fashioned. They got all these old tools trying to stick tubes down my throat. I'm like, hey man, y'all look, I didn't had this test done. So I'm
Right.
like, I'm not drinking this barium. I'm not doing y'all finna. Man, they kept me in there a week.
Yeah.
And when my grandma was there, they didn't have, and that's what bothered me the most, that they didn't have the proper insurance. Because of where they lived, they kept them in that hospital by the house, and they just used their health care and all their health benefits, and they just, it's because it's more of a treatment center than it is to try to rehabilitate you to get you better. So Trinity
Exactly.
Hospital, they're not equipped. They
No,
are
no.
there to treat. That's it.
Yeah.
And so she was just like, they were just putting her on meds immediately. They don't even know if she can take,
That, you
and
know
she
what? With Swedish
so
coverage, I had to get on them because with Swedish, I was there like I'm talking about. Seeing I was there every day after work, going to work at thresholds. I'm working 24/8, and my sister thought I was crazy because she's like, man, my sister when she came back from Mali, she got sick, was in the hospital. But the thing with me was I don't like how hospitals are neglectful because when my
Mhm.
mom was there, I
Yeah.
got on all them doctors. I said, you need to pull her chart and I need you to talk to my family doctor. I need y'all to put y'all heads together and come up with a regular regimen of medicine that my mom's supposed to be taking. Medicine's supposed to make you feel better, not put you back into the hospital. Because she kept going through spurts where every 2-3 months she would have to go back and be rushed to the hospital. That's what I went through all last year, and it
yeah.
was it was like no, something's got to give, and it's so neglectful. Like when my sister had intestinal problems when she came back from Bali for her birthday last year, and they
Dang.
just left her in the room. I didn't know that she was gone until my downstairs neighbor was like, "Yo, they took because I was coming home from work. He's like, yo, they took your sister to the hospital. So I drop everything. I'm running to Swedish Covenant that's down the street from my house, trying to figure out where my sister is. They got her in this cold room in the ER. And I was like, I'm trying to talk to my sister. She's unresponsive.
Oh
Like,
no.
I'm like, yo, did anybody like talk to my sister? What's going on? Oh, well, I just found blood in her stool. I was
What?
like, so when are you gonna put her in a room? Why aren't you hooking her up to an IV? Why is she just laying in the bed? This doesn't make sense. This is neglect. But it's
Mm-hmm.
like you have to be on top of them on a
Mhm.
daily basis and
Yeah, that
do
is
their
true.
job. And that's the part that I don't like about hospitals. That's why I'm hesitant to pay my bills for hospitals because you're not gonna report it anyway. So you'll get it in blood if it come down to it. Because my thing is this: y'all get paid all this money, and you got all this technology, especially up north where we live. It's like don't be neglectful to the patients.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you got a history chart right there.
Right.
Yep.
You
And the
know,
thing with my grandmother is they told us, like, well, we gotta try to figure out like how much milligrams to give her. So we're experimenting. Okay, we see that's too much. So I'm like, well, you should start low, then
Right.
work your way up. Don't start high.
Right.
And,
And work
and
down.
I'm like, at her age, she can't be taking that kind of, like, she was like out of her mind. And my uncle had to tell me, I wasn't there. He's like, that night, they was like, well, she kept getting out of bed. So at the Trinity, they tied her wrists like with a rope, tied her wrist to the bed.
What?
They was like, well, so she kept getting up. Yeah, tied her, restrained her, tied her with rope. I was
bro,
like, my uncle told me that. He said he was so
bro,
livid. He's like, she had
was
black and blue
so
marks
bad.
around her wrist. I didn't even know that happened. I was like, man, I was just getting frustrated just listening to it. But I
Yeah,
was like, man, it was just so bad how they was treating her. But when we got her home, she would be normal. But I just didn't like the medicine they were giving her. And that medicine, I believe, is what, just led to her downfall,
yeah.
because she ended up developing leukemia from this medicine.
Mm-hmm.
The medicine they was giving her, it was
Wow.
not helping her. They was mostly just saying, well, we're just going to keep her comfortable, keep her here, and all of this in this state. And then it was like, well, she's going to need a bone marrow transplant all of a sudden, just out of the blue. And the medication was not helping her. It was treating it, but it wasn't treating this. I guess she had this tumor, from what they said, in her head. I'm just like, I would rather do the operation and move. They were like, well, at her age, doing this operation. I'm like, I'm not going to let some doctor here tell me. I'm going to get some experts in here, get another doctor in here. I would rather do the surgery than go through this medication.
Mm-hmm.
But
I called doctors that I knew at Northwestern to assist at Swedish.
Is
yeah, so
Northwestern a good hospital?
It is very good.
yeah,
Okay.
one of the best.
But I wanted my mother there, but she wanted to be closer to the house because it's down the street from my house. But the thing was, I had to be a drill sergeant on those doctors and nurses. Like, I don't care how you treat those other patients. When you see me and you see my mom, hey, I want to report. I'm her power of attorney.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be reported daily. Here's my phone number. I will drop everything to when it comes to her. So look, you need to tell me what's going on, what we need to do. Even with her medicines, they had my mom as a type 2 diabetic at the time taking like 15 different pills. And I'm like, this is too much. It's overwhelming her system. Her system's failing her.
All right.
And then they come around and then they say, oh, Mr. Sledge, you were right. So we got it down to 7. Then I said, no, work a little more. Then they got it down to 4 after I got doctors from Northwestern who's dealt with my mom. And they're like, they got it down to 4. But it's like you constantly have to fight with these doctors and these nurses and actually show them the chart
Mm-hmm.
in history. Because they were amazed that I knew so much about my mom's health history. And they're like, damn, he's remembering years and dates and time.
Well, that is your mama.
I was like, yeah, just like if I was sick or hospitalized, my mother would do the same exact thing. She'd be on them doctors. But unfortunately, you have to be like that because they don't care. They just like, man, you got to deal with another patient. Oh, well, when the shift over? And that's the feeling I get. It's like, no, you're not about to do that with me and mine. I can't save everybody,
Right.
But man, that's what gets me hot. Like hearing a story like that, your grandma you having a wrist tie. Oh, I would have blew that. I would have blew up like that, bro. I would have
Yeah,
been
my
there,
uncle went crazy, but
bro.
I wasn't there. So I
As
don't
soon
remember.
as I got that call, I'm not coming in to work. I'm so sorry, Dara. Have my bail money.
Right.
Because you didn't tied What? You didn't do? Who did this? Man, bruh. I'm telling you, it's like the quality of life is just gone bad. And it's just because it's like there's no common sense.
Mm-mm.
We got all this education and people are still dumb.
Yep.
For real. It's like all this education.
Right there on the nose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just like I had, like I hear a lot of my clients talking about with the dating. They say that is horrible. Even on the apps. It's just crazy.
Apps are horrible, man. You don't know who you talking to. Thinking you talking to a style.
Yeah, I can't.
Processor.
Somebody had made a fake app of me. Like on a date. I swear to God, somebody told me, like, dude, you on the date now. Somebody thought, I'm like, dang, I ain't got no date now.
Right.
I'm like, I believe in meeting people and running into, like,
right. That's what I'm saying. That's not
I just don't know how to do that anyway. The app, I'll be like, oh no, I can't do all that.
Man.
I was like, oh my God, I hope somebody wasn't thinking they were dating me and going out.
Yeah.
Like, they see you out on the street. You told me you was such and such and such. I ain't told you nothing.
Right. I told you.
Right. I don't even know you.
Right.
Dang.
I'll be like, hold up, lady, I'm trying to grow up. Want to grow up. Hold on now. You kind of look good, but hold on. But I got to roll, man. But it was a pleasure as always, man. And
yeah, we're going to shut it down. Thank everybody for coming on in. And I'm finna go eat dinner.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm about to go to bed.
We got to get up together, man. Bill wants to see a picture with us.
Yep. And don't forget to follow the Trees page, the LNS. Oh, she got her page up here.
LNS.
She got a couple episodes. She got to get busy though.
Yeah, I'm still learning. I'm still learning how to do it.
Okay. I'll check it out. LNS Pipe and Tea.
Yep. LNS Pipe and Tea. That's her stuff.
Oh, so you be spilling the tea, or what you be doing over there?
Well, we talk about a lot of different stuff. Basically like how he is talking on here. So we try to enlighten women too on red flags and how to, build themselves up. And my next one is I forgot what, I think it's either talking about either dating or breakups or how to get over breakups or how to date, men or whatever. So it's one of those. I gotta.
Well, I'm gonna tell you how I used to get
there
over.
You go, Q. Go and follow over there. So you can go and apologize. And maybe ask a show back up. Yeah.
Oh,
right now it's L.
Yeah,
I can't believe you went out like
trying
that.
with him.
I can't believe you went out like that, man. That's kind of worse than what happened with Michelle. I didn't know, so I was just blindsided on that one. I was blindsided.
That's because you're just a good guy, So you take everybody and who they present themselves as, right?
But chances to prove otherwise.
Well, I could tell him his first one was calling her a red bone. She don't like that. Because first of all, she said, "Don't nobody got no red bones." So, she's like, but that's one of her pet peeves. She doesn't like when a man call her red bone.
Okay. And you know what? Your first time meeting Q, look, first time you meeting a woman, don't be saying stuff like that.
Yeah, she said it was ghetto.
She said it was ghetto. Compliment her on the features or something, man.
Right.
Not
even that. Just introduce yourself. Just hey, my name is Q.
You look nice, so I like your hairstyle.
Right, yeah, something like that. Yeah,
I like the flavor.
You ran in too hot.
Yeah, that's right. You gotta get the car warm first.
Yeah, that
man.
turned that right there turns her head all the way around. Like,
Man, Q, I'm gonna have to show you that DVD of Pimps Up and H Down, baby. We gotta help guide you a little bit.
On that note, I'm going to eat.
Peace and love, man.
All right.
All right. Thank y'all for coming up.
No problem. Thank you, bro.